steal their identity to get access to their bank account. So instead of going to the train station, they went to the theatrical district, you know, with clipboards, right? The guy with the clipboard doing the survey. If you answer the survey, you get a free ticket to the theater. So what they would ask people is the first question they'd ask is, what's your name? Well, everybody says, yeah, my name is so-and-so. Okay, they fill it out. Then the next question would be, well, what's your date of birth? People would feel uncomfortable. Well, why do you need to know my date of birth? That's kind of sensitive. Well, you have to be 18 years or older to qualify, so we need your date of birth. All right, over 90% of people gave their date of birth. This one kills me. Well, first they ask, where did you go to school? Because you look like an actor, or you look like an actress if they're talking to a girl. Did you go to drama school? No, I went to such and such school. So now they have the name of the school. Then they would say, well, you know, in movies, actresses and actors come up with stage names. And how they do this is they combine their mother's maiden name with their pet's name to come up with their stage name. What would yours be? And these like gullible people are giving out their mother's maiden name and pet's name. And at the end of the survey, again, over 90% of the people answered all the questions. You had enough information to pose as that person to their bank and pretty much, you know, do wire transfers or whatnot. So the real problem out there is people love giving out information. Have you went to MySpace or Facebook or Twitter lately? People give out a lot of information on there that some attacker could use to their benefit. All right, I show this picture every time I speak throughout the world, right? And guess where I took this picture? Right here in your hometown of Bogota. And what I did, they go, you know, what's wrong with this picture? I went into ComCell to get a prepaid SIM card, right? And I kind of spot stupid things people do. So of course, this girl is wearing her RSA Secure ID around her neck, facing me, so I could see her token code. But that by itself is not good. You still need the PIN. But when I asked for her to create, you know, set me up with my prepaid SIM card, I saw her type in her PIN like this. So now I have her PIN. Anytime I want to get access to ComCell's network, I now have her RSA Secure ID token. That's it. Why do people wear their passwords around their neck? I don't know. Because they can, right? So, when you hear about social engineering in the press, it's usually about some teenager that calls somebody up over the telephone and asks them for their password. That's what you hear about, but that's very amateurish and basic. These type of attacks go from something simplistic that's a 30-second phone call to something that takes place over days, weeks, and months. So, I don't know how many of you in the audience here are hackers, but if you're using social engineering, what is the best department to call at a company? I don't know about in Bogota, but I know about in Europe and the United States. The number one department to contact is the help desk. Why? Because they're there to help you. So, 10 years ago, I could call the help desk and pose as you and ask them to reset my password because of whatever reason. And the help desk technician would do it because they relied on the secrecy of the help desk number, that wasn't public. So if you're calling in on that number, you must be legit. Well, companies have gotten a lot smarter now, right? So let's just go up, that's very amateurish, let's just go up one rung of the ladder. So how does it work today? Is the attacker goes to the business's website. They find out names and titles of people that work in the company, but more importantly, they have a particular target already in mind. Maybe it's Johnny in R&D, but they need some throwaway name. Somebody that works at the company that they can care less about. So then they call the help desk. Now they pose as Billy in the mailroom. Hey, this is Billy in the mailroom. I changed my password the other day, but I can't seem to log in or authenticate to the network. And they would say, okay, Billy, I need to verify who you are. So what is the last 4 digits of your social security number? I know in Colombia, they have like your ID number. Or what's your employee number? Or what's your driver's license number? Or some question, right? So Billy goes, oh, well, hold on 1 second. Puts the help desk on hold, lets him sit there for a good minute or two, comes back and says, listen, I just got an urgent call I have to take care of. I'll call you back later. Call ends, right? Now, what does Billy know, or the hacker know, is what the question is to authenticate as an employee. What I found in my consulting is the question is always the same at a particular company. They never change it. So now let's say let's say you have to know the target's employee number. Then you go out and you try to acquire that information through social engineering or whatever. And once you're armed with that piece of information, if they're using a driver's license number or an ID number, you can probably get that off the internet. Then you call back at a different date and time. Hopefully they get a different technician. And this time, you're posing as the real target, where you got where you found out the information to authenticate as them. Pose as the real target, the help desk technician asks the question, you have the proper answer. Now, let's say the password is reset for somebody in R&D. Well, here's the problem. The hacker can get access to the account, but the real person doesn't have knowledge of their new password, right? So what does the attacker do? They call the victim. Hi, this is Gabe over in the help desk. We had to reset your password today to LAN party. And by the way, we had some network difficulties, so please don't change it for the next 7 to 10 days. And you would think this is really stupid and really basic, but this is scary.